Hey everybody, my name is James. I'm one of your hosts for SportStream. Today is day 2. It's 1 o'clock. I want to give people a couple minutes to join in. Yesterday, we noticed that it took about 2 to 3 minutes for the majority of the viewers to join. So I kind of wanted to just kind of do a recap of yesterday. And then also talk about the fact that everything is going to be available video on demand on sportstream.us, and then everything also will be on our YouTube channel as well, segmented as well. So there will be multiple ways for you to watch this if you missed yesterday, or if you need to, leave at some point today or can't be here tomorrow. There will be video on demands for these. So um, yeah, so yesterday, basically, what we wanted to talk about was getting started in live production. Yesterday, we talked about some of the basic needs that you need, a camera, an encoder, and then, a streaming destination. Um, Part of the show was also giving breakdown examples of both single camera workflows and multi-camera workflows. We talked about, using a camera or a PTZ camera or a camcorder that has the ability to encode directly from the camera. We also talked about using an external encoder like LiveView Solo Pro or KiloView P3 or something along those lines, not only in places where you do have access to internet and you need an encoder, but also in places where you don't have access to internet. And then we can use that same KiloView P3 or LiveView Solo and connect that to a production system to output our stream to our destination of choice. And then, of course, we talked about some larger workflows using NDI, I should say a mix of NDI and baseband video for larger workflows. We had some great guests on our show yesterday. We'll talk about that in a minute because I want to emphasize those guests again. So yeah, we're basically just gonna wait here another minute or so, have people start to join in, and then we'll go live. Well, we are live already, I should say. But we'll get into today's show. Today's show, we're going to be talking about elevating your sports production with both ways to get fan engagement locally in your venue and then also on the screen. And some of those are going to be like you see right here, adding graphics to your show. We're using VizFlowX, and we'll get into that a little bit later. I think that's enough chit chatting. So let's again talk about the schedule for the entire event. Again, registering on sportstream.us gives you access to all 3 days and a chance to earn some prizes that we will be announcing tomorrow at the end of the show. So again, yesterday we talked about getting started. We had some great guests from JVC. We had Dan Skirpin join us from JVC yesterday. He talked about the entire workflow from PTZ cameras and camcorders to turnkey production systems to instant replay, and how JVC has something available for every part of a sports workflow. We had 12 Trend Productions. We had Brad join us yesterday, and he was talking about real world applications of where sports streaming equipment is being installed. We had a live demo from David Doko doing a color matching between not only PTZ cameras, but also camcorders from Canon. So he color matched live a CRN 500, a CRN 700, and a XF 605 with a Canon RC IP 1000. And then we also had some more case studies with Future Grade. Today, we're going to be talking about bringing your production to the next level. I'll tell you about our guests in a minute. Tomorrow is going to be talking about remote production workflows. Super excited to be talking with Peyton from Panasonic, talking about the Kairos and its remote capabilities. LiveView, which we talked briefly about yesterday, they have their LiveView Solo, but they also have their broadcast solution with the LU300, LU800, and LiveView Studio with their cloud-based studio. We're going to talk about Visua. We're going to have a guest from Visua come on, Matt, and he's going to talk about, again, some more case studies and real-world applications. And then we're going to have some big news from BirdDog with their line of PTZ cameras. So exciting stuff. So like I said yesterday and today and tomorrow, we're going to have lots of guests from experts out in the field. These are our manufacturer experts who are experts in the field of sports production, building and designing the equipment that we're talking about to use in your venues. David Doko from Canon and Dan Skirpin from JVC joined us yesterday. Today, we're going to have Austin Hinton from VizRT and Paul Richards from PTZ Optics joining us. VizRT is going to talk about their entire workflow and how they have, again, a piece of equipment for every line of the sports production workflow. And then we're going to be talking with Paul Richards about their PTZ cameras and their controllers, and then also Hive Studio, which will, kind of tease into tomorrow talking about remote production workflows. And then, of course, like I said, we're going to have BirdDog, LiveView, and Panasonic join us tomorrow to talk about more in-depth remote production workflows. We also had system integrators join us yesterday, join us today, and join us tomorrow. Matt Baker from Visua, Brad from 1210, Jesse Miller from Midtown Video, and Austin James from Future Gray. Again, these are system integrators that are using this equipment on a daily basis and installing these into those minor leagues, those high schools, those colleges, et cetera, and even professional sporting venues. Now, again, we're kind of trying to take the viewpoint for the entire show to be talking to all levels of production. So whether it's intramural, amateur, or professional, we're hoping that we can give value to everybody in one of those workflows. Whether you're talking about, the single camera that is just being brought to, a Pee Wee League game, or maybe we're talking about Division III colleges, high schools that are just starting to get into turnkey production systems, all the way up to professional Division I colleges, minor league sports teams, and even major league sports teams. So there is definitely something for everyone when it comes to all of that. Now, the first thing that I wanted to talk about today was how you can add graphics to your sports production. And like I said at the beginning of the show, I wanted to talk about specifically how you can get fan engagement both locally and in your streams. So now when you are watching our show and I ask Adam to pull up a graphic of some sort, oh, look at that. That's a nice lower third. Now, that lower third is being made with VizRT's VizFlowX. Now, there are, a lot of the times when you're working with a turnkey production system, whether it's Yolobox Ultra, vMix, TriCaster, they will have built-in graphics. A lot of the times they're not super customizable though. So you will get graphics and they can be nice, but if you want to take your graphics to the next level, you're going to want to get a dedicated graphics machine to be able to do something like this. This again is being used with FlowX. This is just a schedule for the entire day. And then also New Blue with New Blue Captivate. That is another way that you can get a dedicated system for your graphics. Both of these are HTML5 graphics. So it makes it really easy if you're using a system that can accept HTML5 graphics, which again, vMix can do that, Wirecast can do that, TriCaster can do that, and even the Yolobox and Yolobox Ultra can accept an HTML5 graphic. So you run your graphics on a separate computer, and then you just send the HTML5. Basically, it's an overlay that goes on top of whatever you're streaming. We're actually going to get a very in-depth demo of VizFlowX with Austin Hinton from VizRT. he's basically actually going to take over our graphics and pull up some really crazy graphics. We do lower thirds and we do our little side thing here, but you'll see he's going to pull up some really cool graphics. New Blue is pretty unique because they do have a dedicated system that you can get for their graphic system, and then they can also output their overlay as an NDI source to be able to pull up onto any device in your network. So that is something that is really cool. So if you want to take your graphics to the next level, I would say consider looking at something like New Blue's Captivate for sports or VizRT's VizFlowX. The next thing that I wanted to talk about is how to add instant replay to your sports production. Instant replay is key when it comes to producing a sports flow workflow, because you want to not only be able to, again, use it for fan engagement both locally in the venue but also on your stream, but you also want to be able to use instant replay for a referee to be able to review and analyze the play on the field or the court or whatever sport we're talking about. And really, there are a ton of different ways that you can get instant replay into your sports production. One of the simplest ways is, again, with something like the YOLOBox Ultra, which is an all-in-one production system that is the size of a tablet. You can actually do instant replay on the YOLOBox Ultra and the YOLOBox Pro, and they are constantly updating these systems to get the instant replay to be as good as it possibly can. With the latest update on the YOLOBox Ultra, they made it so you can actually have multiple inputs be able to be used with instant replay, and then also be able to pause the instant replay. Now, that might not seem like such a huge deal, but for a tablet that is, having multiple NDI sources, multiple HDMI sources, doing HTML5 graphics, and all of this stuff, to be able to also then still do a couple channels of instant replay, that is a mighty impressive device. Also, like HTML5 graphics, a lot of the software out there has the ability to use instant replay. A perfect example of that is Wirecast, which you can get and install on either PC or Mac. That has the ability, if your computer is powerful enough, to be able to do instant replay as well and be able to pause and play and do slow motion. And the same thing with vMix. And we know this, of course, because we were talking yesterday with Dan Skirpin from JVC, and he did a great talk about the vMix capabilities of using instant replay. Now, taking it one step further and making your show look more and more professional, it's always getting that dedicated system for your instant replay. We talked yesterday with Dan Skirpin about being able to use the JVC Professional Video LP450G instant replay machine. So this is something that you can get along with basically any vMix compatible computer and be able to use for instant replay and have a dedicated system for instant replay. Or ideally, you can plug it into a KMIP8 or a KIMP12. Roland also has their own instant replay machine, and we'll talk about that in a minute. And then, of course, TriCaster with VizRT has their 3Play system family of products. They have the 3Play 3P1 and the 3Play 3P2. These are also dedicated instant replay machines that can be added into your production. And again, Austin is going to talk about both the 3Play 1 and the 3Play 2 systems. Now, because we didn't really talk, we did talk about the JVC's instant replay yesterday, and we're going to continue talking about VizRT's instant replay. I thought that it would be nice to show Roland's P20 HD instant replay machine that is compatible with a wide range of products, turnkey production systems, to be able to be compatible to get instant replay, even if you're not using something that we talked about previously. And I thought, who better to talk about that than Roland themselves? So let's play this video.
Instant Replay transforms your typical event broadcast into the type of professional production you expect to see on TV or in a big stadium. The Roland P20 HD makes replay affordable and easy, so fans can experience the game-winning play again and again. Connect a video source and the P20 HD will record the entire game or event directly to an SD card, even while providing instant replay, so you capture everything. Built-in input scaling and switching functions fit a variety of workflows, so the P20 HD can be integrated upstream or downstream from a video switcher. Either transition between the two HDMI inputs and playback, or select different camera angles to capture for replay. View full-resolution video, manage recording, playback, and cues on the built-in screen, making it easier than ever for a single operator to do instant playback while switching video. Dedicated transport controls, mark in and out buttons, ultra-responsive optical encoded jog wheel and T-bar provide a fast, natural interface to play back exactly the right clip at the right time and at the right speed, slow-mo or up to 16 times normal speed. Audio is also recorded and played back over HDMI or RCA inputs and outputs. Music and jingles can be uploaded and added to clips, playlists, and highlight reels. Easily create a highlight reel by bookmarking the most important plays, and use the P20 HD's robust media playback and playlist builder to combine the clips into a single video to celebrate and share the best moments. For traditional sports, esports, coaching, and training, the P20 HD lets you record all the action and instantly play back the right clip at the right time at the right speed.
So as you can see, instant replay is crucial when it comes to a sports production. The next thing that I want to talk about is sports analytics. Now, you are able to do with, again, something like Flowix or New Blues Captivate, you're able to do some graphics and you're able to customize them a little bit. But if you really want to get in-depth graphics, you're gonna, analytics, you're gonna have to go with a system that can do that. Yesterday, we talked about single camera workflows and how the Pixelot Air is a device that you can use to record your games and then upload to their server to be able to then share and distribute the content that your Pixelot is recording. But Pixelot can also do very, very in-depth analytics, keep track of scores, of fouls, out of bounds, things like that. And I thought yesterday we did a good job by showing a case study and talking about, kind of an overview of what the Pixelot can do in terms of analytics. And I thought today it would be a good idea to play a little bit more in-depth video, basically showing you start to finish the entire workflow and all of the analytics that you can get from a Pixelot Air. They did a great breakdown of start to finish Pixelot Air, so I think it's only fair to just let them talk about it.
Hey there, thanks for joining our Pixelot Air on-demand demo. My name is Gavin Groshek, sales manager for our youth division here at Pixelot in North America. Quick overview today, we'll be running briefly through our Pixelot Air portable AI sport tracking camera, and then some software included. So really appreciate you taking the time. So the product itself is our Pixelot Air. I have one here with me. It's extremely portable. You may ask what an AI sport tracking camera really is. Essentially, it's a set it and forget it idea that we have developed here at Pixelot, to where you really don't need to manually do anything at the game in terms of filming. You set it up, you click record, and then you forget about it, and we take care of the rest. So it's going to follow the ball. It's going to follow the players, pan left to right, zoom in and out, really a professional production level quality, down to even the youth sports realm that we're in, that this is designed for, and even up higher into even college ranks and above. So the Air camera itself is dual lenses. It does pick up audio at the venue. It's 1080p video quality, and the unit itself holds 13 hours of footage. Up until that point, it's just a film, complete the filming, of the game, and then upload that game to our cloud right from our Pixelot Control app. And then that game's ready to roll, polished from there within a few hours of uploading. So that's how streamlined the process is, how easy we've made it to film, and already have that professional level production for your game within a few hours. Here's some footage of the Pixelot Air filming. Like I said, it does pan left to right. It does zoom in and out, all on the pertinent action. Set it and forget it is the whole idea. So this is just some game footage. Feel free to reach out to me if you're looking for more. But this is exactly what we do and exactly what your games can look like if you do invest in our technology with the Pixelot Air. Quick glimpse at our Pixelot U software, which is where the games lived after filming and then uploading with your own personal profile. So it is a web desktop version. You can manage your plan. There's a starter guide in there to help with the transition, filming, uploading software. We also do have very dedicated support at all times to help with you too here. We have built tools for your games, really the vehicle to get those to different accounts, college recruiters, just have them on your devices for future, reference or memories. So you can send games directly to social media right from the Pixelot U platform. You can email games as a separate link to different email recipients for them to view. And then also everything you film with our Air unit is downloadable. You can have a copy of it on your devices as an MP4 file to really do what you want with from there with the content. It is also a mobile app. We have full functionality in this platform to create player highlights based on jersey number, put some music behind it, timestamp different things throughout the game to jump, stamp to stamp on what's happening with different sport verbiage. So this is also our mobile app. It's our ecosystem really cohesively to also get game content out to the masses. So your parents, your players, your coaches, whoever you want to grant access to, they can have their own account, log in, view the games moving forward from there. They get a push notification that the game is available after filming and uploading. And then if you do want to take it a step further with just not, viewership access, we do have team admin access, which is also, unlimited users here in the U platform. Our team admin access will get you the ability in the platform on your own to create your own highlights, download those highlights, download the full game, and really, have it on your devices from there. So I appreciate you joining once again. My name's Gavin. If you have any additional questions on the Pixelot Air in terms of pricing or anything we ran through today, feel free to reach out to me directly. Email, my cell's down there at the bottom of the slide. Happy to help in any way that I can, and I appreciate you taking the time here. We'll talk soon. Thanks.
So as you can see, the Pixelot Air is a great system for getting all of those analytics and details, breakdowns for all of your highlight reel needs. Now, I do want to just specify that the Pixelot Air does not have the ability to live stream. All of these analytics would be for post-production use, whether you want to share highlights between team members, do coaching stats for the coaches to look over, or even making highlight reels to be able to then use as demo reels to present to a college for those students or kids or athletes that are being recorded with the Pixelot. It's a great system, but I did just want to clarify that that is not a live streaming system. Now, when it comes to Libero Go, which is an analytic system that is similar to Flowix in the fact that it can do HTML graphics to get into your production system, Flowix can actually be used real time. It can get information. You can update it in real time while you're doing your production, and even integrate it with your scoreboard to get, again, real time analytics.